What's up, YouTube? It's NexusInHD here, coming at you guys with a new series that I'm going to start on my channel with Madden NFL 15. And it's going to be playing as a owner. And I've looked on YouTube and I haven't seen a lot of people playing as owner, so I thought I'd just try it out. I thought it would be really cool. And I had really one team set out, was the Buffalo Bills, because you never really hear anything about the Buffalo Bills. So I went ahead and picked the Buffalo Bills. And so my owner name is going to be Jarvis King from the King Dynasty. So it's going to be crazy. And why I say Dynasty is because I'm going to have more series with somebody named with the last name King. So it's going to be freaking tight, man. It's going to be tight. And so as I was setting up here, I was just, typing in the name, all the boring stuff. So we're just going to wait until something new comes up. So yeah, pretty much. All right, starting career. Let's freaking go, guys. All right, so as you see, the Buffalo Bills are have a 29th value in the NFL. And so I was thinking, I was like, so they don't really have a good stadium. If you look at it, they don't have good success just in Buffalo, you know what I'm saying? And what I plan on doing is relocating them. I wanted to relocate them and start up a new, or make pretty much my own dynasty on here. And so I go ahead and start doing that. If I'm just looking at all these trade blocks because everybody wants to trade, but then what I do, go to stadium and click out of that, and I already have the ability to relocate because the rating for the stadium is 12, our size is 1, and so happiness is okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and start doing this rebuilding. Let's go, man! It's about to be tight. Woo! But there's 4 processes, or there's 4 pieces of the process of actually being able to start relocating. There's picking your location, and so they want us to go to Sacramento, California, but then there's so many more options too. So I go to choose city. As you see, right there is what's it called? London had just full fan interest. Los Angeles had full fan interest. Brooklyn has pretty good fan interest. Mexico City had a pretty good fan interest. Sacramento has freaking 2. Their market size is average, and the personality is laid back. So thinking about it, you're not going to get anywhere with that too, unless you're super good. But then we want a big market size, a large market size, and then pretty good for personality. So we want fans that'll be yeah, and going crazy, you know what I'm saying? And so I looked at Los Angeles, Mexico City, and London. And Mexico City had a hardcore personality and then a huge market size. And then so does London and Los Angeles, but then their personality is fair weather. And so I was looking at what fair weather meant, and it was they won't sell out, but we want them to sell out. So I went ahead and chose Mexico City, but I guess I was reading those things. But I went ahead and chose Mexico City. It's awesome, pretty tight. And so that was the first process. And so the second part of the process is choosing the name. And so for the name, obviously not the Bills. They have the option for the Diablos, the Conquistadors, and the Golden Eagles. And I thought all 3 of these were actually really, really cool. And so, I don't know, at first, it was kind of hard. I was just I don't know what I'm going to pick, because the fan interest for all of them was 2. But then I saw that the Diablos got, the fans love the Diablos. So I was like, you know what, let's go with the fans we could do it. Let's freaking go. And so now it's the Mexico City Diablos. And so Now we get to choose the uniform. That's the next process, or next thing for the process. And so we have 3 styles that we get to pick. And as you can see here, for the popularity poll on the lower right side of the screen, that one got 38, that one got 34, and the other one got 28. So I went ahead and just picked that one with the 38 because, you know, if people like it, then we're going to use it. So that's what we decided to do. And now the last part is choosing the stadium. We got to have an epic stadium if we're going to have hardcore fans. And I was looking at the basic ones and I was like, yeah, it's like, it is what it says. It's basic. But then I was looking at the deluxe ones, even though they look the same, they have more stuff in them and they could seat more people. And people, like, for the fans, they were saying they liked that traditional one, which I was just like, the traditional, like, or like looking at traditional, it's like, no, you want to have something like cool, something to set you apart. And so I was looking at the futuristic stadiums, even though I was on the basic one right there. I ended up going to the deluxe one. I was looking at the futuristic one, and I really like the style of that. I really like the look of it. So in its suit, I was looking at stuff with like the seating capacity and then stadium funding. Even though the stadium funding was like the lowest out of all the other ones, it still seated like pretty much the most people. So I think I did go ahead and checked off that, or no, I just went ahead and picked the deluxe futuristic stadium because it just looks freaking cool. You look at it and you're like, wow, like it's super, super freaking cool. And so, you know, new team, new look, cool stadium, it's about to be lit. So I went ahead and picked it. I looked at the fan opinions and they were all good. And so it's about to be on and popping, man. Yes. Nice, man. So, oh yeah, and excuse the sniffle. Allergies. So, yeah, can't really stop it. But then, alright, so instead of having to wait, what I did was simulated the whole season onto which, so we didn't have to wait. Like, so I could start freaking going with the Mexico City Diablos, if you know what I'm saying, dog. So I went ahead and did that. I thought it was super cool. And so look out for the next video coming on later on today, possibly. And hey, we'll play, I don't know if I'm going to play the preseason games or if I'm just going to go straight to the season. But hey, let's freaking go. It's NexusInHD signing out. I hope you guys liked the video. Like and subscribe, and peace!